Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you a Carrie Underwood inspired makeup look. I was watching her new music video on her song Little Toy Guns and she looks absolutely beautiful in it. Her classic look is a really blown out, pretty bronze or brown smoky eye. So that's kind of where I got my inspiration. And so if you are interested in seeing this, then we can go ahead and get started. Thanks. Okay, so today I'm actually starting with my face, and I'm going to first of all prime my face using my e.l.f. Mineral Infused Primer, and I'm just rubbing that all over my face. And then for foundation, I'm going to mix together the Rimmel Stay Matte Foundation and the Hard Candy Glamouflage Foundation, and then I just sprayed my foundation brush with the brand Icing, the oil control setting spray that they have, and I feel like that kind of helps me stay matte. And the reason that I mix the foundations is the Hard Candy Glamouflage one. It's a really good full coverage foundation, but it is pretty oily, so I mix a little bit of that Rimmel Stay Matte with it, and that gives me a pretty matte to more natural coverage instead of just kind of like the oily coverage. So now I'm just putting this all over my face, and really that the Hard Candy Glamouflage pretty much acts like a concealer too. So moving straight on to highlighting and concealing my under eye area, I'm using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer, and I'm just kind of hitting the regular spots with this. This isn't super highlighting. I mean, it kind of is, but this is more so just to kind of bring forward some areas and maybe make the light catch them a little bit more. So I'm just putting that pretty broadly under my eyes, and then also just straight down the center of my nose, a little bit up on my forehead, just kind of all the regular highlighting areas that you want to bring a little bit more attention to and pronounce a little bit more. And then I'm just using my little sponge to blend all of that in, and this is the little sponge that I homemade. I think it's in my February favorites video. I talk a little bit more about that sponge. So then after I get this all blended in, so Carrie Underwood's makeup, she does have like some highlighting and some contouring, but then right underneath her eyes, it is really nice and highlighted. So that's why I grabbed this. It's by Hard Candy also. It's this light bright concealer, and as you can see, it's a lot lighter, and I'm just putting that just right in the corners of my eyes just to really kind of brighten that area. And that'll just really help you make, or it'll just make you look really awake and fresh and just, I don't know, look really healthy. And then again, I'm just blending that in with that same sponge that I've been using. So then I'm moving on to concealing, and I'm using my Maybelline concealer stick, and her face is it's a lot narrower and more angular than mine, so I do a lot of contouring just to kind of recreate that. I mean, not completely. Obviously, we look totally different and have totally different face shapes. Hers is a lot longer and narrower than mine. But I am just going to kind of try to recede a little bit of and create shadow to kind of the backs and the sides of my face. So now I'm just blending that in. And I did it along my jawline because she has a lot more angular of a jawline also. As you can see, though, I did kind of stay away from my forehead because her forehead is a lot bigger and a little bit like longer than mine. So if I keep the highlighting up there, that'll kind of help make my forehead look a little bit longer and help make my face look a little bit longer. And with this, I mean, just really take your time blending where we're doing as much products and stuff on your face as you are, and that'll just really help everything look really natural and just seamless how you want it to. This is definitely not like everyday makeup. I just kind of thought it'd be fun to just really try and recreate her face structure and stuff the best that I could. So this definitely isn't something that I do every day quite to this extreme, but anyway, as long as you just really blend it, you'll be just fine. Alright, moving right along. Now I'm grabbing my Wet n Wild contour palette, and I'm using that lighter yellow color to highlight and just to kind of set my under eye highlight. And I'm kind of at first just packing it on, and then I go back in with a brush in just a second and kind of sweep away the extra. And that just really helps kind of set everything really well if I kind of put on excess at first and then go back through. And then I'm going in with my e.l.f. High Definition Powder, and that's what I'm going to use to set the rest of my face with. I really love that powder. It just makes your face look really smooth and makes your pores just look really like flawless and like they don't even exist. So I really like using that, and it comes with that little sponge, and I think that's a really important part of it. So then just to kind of amplify that contour a teeny bit more, I'm grabbing my City Color Contour Effects, and I just grab that darkest color, and I'm just kind of chiseling out my face even a little bit more and just really making
kind of trying to make my cheekbones a lot more just chiseled out and narrow. She has really kind of pronounced cheekbones, and so that's why I'm really focusing heavy right around the cheeks. I'm just trying to make mine look just a teeny bit more angular like hers. And I'm just using a really little brush. I think this is by Eco Tools. It's just kind of little and narrow. And then just go back through with a big blending brush and just kind of blend everything in. So, and then I'm just trying to get that face shape of her. So I'm just putting a little bit more highlighter up on my forehead. And then just to kind of make my forehead look a little bit bigger. So then for blush, I'm using, it's by the brand 17. I'm not sure if they actually carry it here. I got this when I was over in Ireland, but it's just like a really bronzy peachy blush, and she's just really bronzy and glowy. Anyway, so let's go ahead and move on to eyes. Like always, I'm priming my eyelids with my MAC paint pot. This is in the color Painterly. And I'm just rubbing that in, and that's just going to cancel out any colors and also help my eyeshadow stay on really well all day. And then I'm going to do my eyebrows, which I pretty much do this the same as always. I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. I just kind of zoomed through this. I've got a whole video if you want to see a little bit more in-depth tutorial of how I do my eyebrows. But her eyebrow shape was actually pretty similar to mine, so I didn't really change up my routine too much. And I know my eyebrows look a little bit harsh right now, but once I get kind of the rest of my eye makeup on, they look a little bit more normal. So then I just grabbed a little bit of concealer and just ran it underneath my eyebrows, and that's just going to kind of help highlight that brow bone. So now I'm grabbing my Meet Matte Nude palette, and I'm grabbing that color Matte Malloy. And it's just a matte white color, and her eyes, she doesn't really have a very shimmery brow bone highlight, so that's why I did that without shimmer highlight. So then I actually don't know the name of this, but it's from Ulta, and it's just a really bronzy taupey color, and I'm just packing this onto my lids, and I just stuck that little sponge under to catch a little bit of fallout if there was some, so that's why sometimes I hold that sponge under there so I don't get that fallout from that eyeshadow down where we just spent forever highlighting. And I'm just kind of packing this, like I said, just all over on my eyelid, and then also up past my crease a little bit. And then I'm grabbing my Cinderella palette, and this is the MAC one, and I'm taking that shimmery brown color, and I'm using this just to kind of blend out that color that we just placed in the crease, and then just to really kind of blow out the look. I want to kind of blow it out and just soften those edges a little bit. I mean, they're really similar shades, but I guess the more shades you use, the more dimension it'll give your eyes, and also it'll just make them, it'll just look more blended, like the more colors you use. So then I'm grabbing just kind of that tan color from that same palette, and I'm just going to blend away the harsh lines in my crease, and just kind of make it so it's not such a harsh transition from that white color that we put to that shimmery brown. It's really nice just to have kind of a neutral transition shade for between your brow bone and whatever you're doing on your eyelid. That'll just really help. So I really love that just kind of tan color. I'm just using a big fluffy brush to do that. And then really just take your time blending. I mean, blending's the key to every look. So then for eyeliner, I'm using my Jordana black eyeliner pencil, and I'm just kind of sloppily smudging this along my lash line because her look is just so smoky that, I mean, you really don't have to do anything precise with your eyeliner. And we're actually going to blend this out like with a different eyeshadow anyway. So just really kind of get it like right in the roots of your lashes just to really darken them up. And then I also am tight lining like I always do. That really helps me make my eyelashes look thicker. So I'm grabbing my Lorac Pro palette, and you don't have to have all these different palettes, just grab whatever you have. I just like using all my different things every day. So anyway, I'm just grabbing that darkest shimmery brown color, and I'm just smudging that right over that black eyeliner that we just put on, and that's just really going to give a lot of dimension and like smokiness to the look, which is really what she has, just a really smoky look. I mean, it's just completely blown out smoky, top lash line smoky, bottom lash line smoky. I loved it. Anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and curl my eyelashes, nothing special there. And then I'm using the Maybelline Falsies mascara, which is one of my favorites. I'm so dumb. I forgot to buy fake eyelashes, which definitely would have complemented this look, but I didn't have any on hand, and so I just ended up putting a ton of mascara on. Just load it up if you're doing a dramatic look and you don't have any false eyelashes around. And I love this mascara. It has a teeny tiny wand on the one end and then a bigger wand. I think it's supposed to be one for your lower lash line and one for your upper lashes, but I usually just start with that teeny one and then move to the fatter one. So then for my lower lash line, I just grabbed that lighter shimmery brown color, and that was just from that same Lorac palette. And I'm blending this and smoking this out along my lower lash line. And like I said before 100 times now, that her look is really smoky. And so to really get a smoky look, you're going to bring that eyeshadow on your lower lash line. You're going to blend it and bring it down a lot more than normal. So I did that, and I brought it a lot. I really brought that down a lot farther than I would normally do. So then just make sure and give your bottom coats really generous layer of mascara also, so that they stand out against all that eyeshadow that we just put on down there. And then I wanted to define my crease a teeny bit more, just because her eyes are a lot more like receded into her head than mine is, so she has like a lot more prominent of a crease. So I'm just kind of faking a crease right now, and I'm just using a really dark shimmery brown color and just a teeny tiny pencil just to really kind of outline that crease. Alright, so now for lips, I'm grabbing by Jordana this lip liner, and it's in the color Tawny, and it's just like a really natural, nude kind of rose color, and I'm just kind of defining my lips with it. I'm not filling all of them, and I'm just really kind of going around the outsides and just defining them a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and just blend that in with my finger when I'm done with this. It just kind of helps after you put on all that like foundation and powder and concealer. So anyway, now I'm going in for lipstick. I'm using my Wet n Wild lipstick, and it's in the color Fergie Daily. I absolutely love this lipstick. It's just a perfect like nudie peach color. And then I am going to do a teeny bit of highlighting. I'm not sure what the name of this highlighter is. It's just one that was by Victoria's Secret. And I'm just kind of hitting the tops of my cheekbones. She is really like highlighty and bronzy and dewy, but I have to be careful highlighting because it kind of draws attention to imperfections on my skin. So I just do really minor highlighting. And then for my hair, I already curled it, but I'm just kind of picking through it and trying to make those curls just really messy. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Talk to you later. Bye!